Hello? Hello?
Okay, so
that's loud! Ow! Sorry, I turned you right... That's my fault. I turned you right up. Because I couldn't hear you. then when you spoke, I became pretty deaf. Oh my god.
I'm wondering if my computer is just like the microphone killer or something.
Probably.
Because this is William's headset I'm using, and now that's not working.
William. That's very official. Yeah. Welcome to Waifu Wednesday. Everybody. Anybody? Oh yeah, we got people. Hey Rax, hey Sleeps. Well, Skit, if it weren't on a what?
I don't even have the game downloaded yet.
Ah, I'm sorry. I know I'm. You know how unorganized I am. I'm terrible at these things.
The chat.
Oh my god, I spent the past 2 hours trying to get this thing to work. It's a 10-year-old game. It was translated in 2015. No, was it 15? 2005. No, hang on. No, hang on. It came out in 2005. It was translated in 2000. Hang on. Oh, anyway, it was translated a few years later, and apparently the translation was so bad that a bunch of fans, because it's got a. Everywhere I see this game, everybody's raving about it. Whoever's played this game is like, "Oh my god, this is such a great game!" Gets like 9s and 10s out of 10s. I'm like, "Wow, I've got to play this game now." So it became a personal mission. I didn't want to give up on this game. Like, I know I can get this game to work. And then apparently the company went bust. It sells for Amazon. The English version sells on Amazon for like $300. Wow.
Give me one moment, very quickly.
Interesting intro for Jailbait Wednesday. Please don't start calling it Jailbait Wednesday, please. We've tried very hard to make it less terrible. By the way, I should probably hide your camera because your camera's not up right now. Did you want to bring the camera up, or are you?
It's my mic genuinely isn't working. My actual laptop mic is, but I'm trying both headsets and.
What are you using now?
Just like the mic killer.
You're using the webcam mic.
At the moment, yeah, but I'm trying to get the actual mic to work.
Did you? What was my question? Were you gonna skip video for today then, or do you think you'll have video later? Should I? I'm
gonna be honest. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to,
get it to work.
Working.
Technical difficulty as always. I can hear you fine. I'm amped for this. Come on, Hells.
Yeah,
we can do this. Against all odds.
So it's not. You're not hearing it. You're not hearing an echo at all.
Not really. It's not too bad. That's fine. It's fine.
Give me a moment then. Let's try. I try this. This will let me hear you better.
I feel like hiding your camera because it looks not like the camera.
Yeah, you hide my camera feed while I try and get this working.
That's
and I still wasn't actually even able to download the game either. That's still not working.
Is it not? How come?
No. I sent you a message saying it wasn't working.
Oh, so it's not actually downloading. Hang on. That might be my fault.
No, it has downloaded. It's just saying that the chara file won't.
Right.
The chara file isn't.
I had trouble with it for a while as well, and I was searching frantically, and I was trying to get new versions, and it was just a nightmare. But then somebody said just don't install it, just run the exe file. And I thought I've tried that already, but let me just try running it as administrator, and it just came up straight away, and I was like, oh. And it wasn't working before. I swear it wasn't working before because I know I'd already tried that, but it didn't work. I was wondering if it was.
Let me try that then.
Yeah, run it as administrator. Oh, by the way, I also restarted my PC because when I looked in Task Manager, those stupid previous attempts at loading it hadn't actually quit properly. They were still running in the background, so I don't know if that had. So I just did a quick restart of the PC, and then eventually I ended up running that file as administrator, and it came up straight away, and I was like, "Woo, it's working!" And hey, I saw a little bit of the intro, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is a good intro." Oh god, I'm so amped for this.
It's still coming up with can't open file. Char of that is not found.
That doesn't make any sense. It's not doing that on mine. Or is it?
The only thing I can think of is if you close stream for the moment. Sorry guys. Close stream for the moment and see if we can turn on screen share from your end.
See, mine's fine. Mine comes up like this. Mine's like, hey, do you want to run it full screen? Do you want
this? I don't actually see. I don't even have the Twitch up.
No. Oh, you're missing an eyeful. I'll tell you, you're missing. I worked hard on that video, on that intro video.
Yeah, I didn't run load setup. I was just trying to use it as admin. And
how big's your chara.dat file? Mine's 221,820 kilobytes.
Hold on, let me pull it up again. Cause I closed it in case that was somehow causing me having the Okay.
I'm not even running it off the system drive either. It's on an external drive. It runs fine. It didn't at first though. I have to admit, it really didn't at first. Have I got anything funky going
200 kilobytes.
It's what?
200 kilobytes of chara file.
No, exactly. 221,000.
Well, no, not exactly. It's 221,820.
Yes, synthesizing mine. So your file sounds good. Well, why isn't yours loading? Unless we figure out a way of sharing my screen, we do it that way.
Yeah.
Should we try that? If you're not using camera, we could probably do that.
Yeah, let me have one more try very quickly.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Technical.
For the technical difficult. That's my name. Is it working now? It's working. It's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just starts. It just works, doesn't it? It just 1 minute it doesn't work, and then you beg it, and then eventually it's like okay, and it just works.
I did nothing different.
Yeah, same. Mine just wasn't working, and then it suddenly decided it wanted to work. You know what? Do you know what I think it is? It's such an old game. Wow, that's loud. It's such an old game. I think that Windows compatibility does something to it.
Right.
It's really loud.
I'm just turning off the sound.
Whew.
There.
Right. I think it's because it's webcam. You know, because it's the webcam mic and it picks up like everything.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why. So it was kind of So it's working now.
Yeah.
It's working.
Somehow it just decided, I'll work.
Somehow, some way.
Oh, how do I get?
How'd you get one?
So, okay. Hello, everybody.
Hello, it's SkittleHell. Waifu Wednesday. The 11th of April, 2018. And we've got a special treat for you. This thing is called Ever17, the Out of Infinity. Do you want to know how I found it?
How did you find it?
Well, I was looking frantically for a decent visual novel waifu game, and I'm like, okay, there's two problems. They're either all like ridiculous, like, childlike characters like last week. There's way too much of that in Japan. Or they are completely hentai and just full of, every genitalia you can imagine. And I'm like, okay, how am I going to avoid this? And I found myself on a site that seemed to list more visual novels than you could ever imagine, even things that aren't listed on Steam. And it let you click on non-sexual content, which I clicked on, and then it let me do it by popularity. So I said, okay, then what's the most popular non-sexual content novel? I forget what the number one was, but this was number 2. And I was like, what is this? I've never heard of it. So I looked at it, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. Sounds interesting with plot-wise. Got loads of great reviews, and I was like, all right, let's see if we can... find it, and then and then that's why I was sending you strange Russian things.
And that began the pain of the last several hours.
Yeah, it took me 2 hours, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's quite a big one as well, apparently. I think this visual novel's between 15 and 20 hours long if you play it all the way through, apparently.
Well, yeah, so we may be able to do this for a few Waifu Wednesdays.
Yeah, if we, want to continue it. All right, well, I'm ready when you are. I guess I need to ask Chat. Chat,
just about to,
Chat, are you sitting comfortably? Do you have your pillows?
Then we'll begin.
Do you have your pillows? Right. I'm also going to reformat the screen so it looks pretty, because it's so old, this game. This is the resolution it runs in. Let me see if running it in full screen works.
Yeah, I'm actually going to try.
It does.
I kind of want to try running it in full screen, but at the same time, I don't want to close out in case I can never get it back up again.
Yeah, that's kind of broken my entire computer, actually. That's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna not do that. But... But... What I am going to do... is... windowed capture, and if I can format that correctly, so it looks pretty nice. Right, how do I return the normal aspect ratio?
My mic really doesn't sound too bad.
What I'll do is I'll do it like that. Are you putting camera on?
No. Yes.
No? Okay.
No, just because like the lights in my room aren't working, you won't be able to see anything anyway.
Yeah, you're sitting in the dark. The creature of the night.
Where? The light just reflecting from my glasses. Got that animation going on.
Why can't? Oh, that's no, that's not it. Discord. I can't find your camera thing. It's definitely in here. Webcam. Webcam is my webcam. That's not it. No hell. This. Oh my god! I actually thought I clicked on that, but I didn't. Right. Okay. I'm ready when you are. Right. Mouse pointer.
I am ready.
Mouse pointer. Are they ready? Where's my mouse pointer gone? It's somewhere. Where is it? Right. Hang on. There we go. Right. There we go. Right. I'm just going to turn some volumes down. Are we doing the voices? Because I think it's fully voice acted as well.
I've turned off the voices. Because otherwise it's just gonna blow out the mic on your end.
Oh, I can oh yeah, from your side probably. On mine I might leave them on. I don't know. What do you think?
We had fun doing the voices last time.
Yeah. It's a tiny screen I'm looking at though, that's the only problem. Well actually I can fix that. How about I stick that over there?
Rax Raven is completely correct. I don't want to be, implicit in, being seen alongside naked cat girls again.
Whee! Right, so fade on, screen shaking effect on, sunlight through trees on. Yeah, we'll have all the visual stuff on. Message speed, yeah, I like it fast. Disable skip mode for plot branch. I was saying, oh yes, disable means yes, we can't. No, we can't do it. Synchronize messages, synchronize. Window transparent. Here we go. Background music. So we're going to be hardcore and turn the voices off.
Yeah, I reckon we turn the voices off for now.
Okay, let's do it. Right now where do I click? Right, let me just make sure. I think I right clicked and I think that's right. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's do this. I'm so ready for this.
Do this shit.
Hell just doesn't want her face to be seen when you're streaming naked catcalls again. Right. Should I narrate?
Yeah, you narrate.
He was in the middle of a blue world. As far as the eye could see, a sheet of water reached into the distance. The May sun shimmered on its surface. High above, stretched a clear blue sky. The fresh new sky looked so glossy and vivid that it might spill down to earth at any moment. That was all that was reflected in his eyes. The straight line of the horizon stretched into the distance, dividing the sea from the heavens. Do you want to be Takeshi, or do you want me to be?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a guy.
Okay.
So tranquil.
He muttered. A solitary seagull traced a gentle arc in the sky as the wind carried it away. The wind, full of the smell of the ocean, blew by him gently. The din of people could be heard in the background. The merry sound of children's voices echoed brighter than the sunlight pouring down.
So peaceful.
It was like being inside a dream. May the 1st, Monday. 10 Mile. Is this a person? What are you doing?
I think that's more like, oh, this is where you are.
Like a newspaper. Like a news report. Yeah, do you want to do that one?
10 miles from M Island, Komagahara Archipelago, Tokyo.
Is this me or
The
you?
man-made island in Sono rose above the waves of the water. It seemed like a place removed from reality. The word utopia might have sprung to mind to describe it. Actually, a slab of rock on the boat dock of this floating island were carved with the following words. Where is heaven? Above the sky and at your feet. Leaning out over the railing of the island, he gazed into the... Oh, this is the narrator.
Oh. Leaning out of the railing of the island, he gazed into the ocean depths. In the blue distance, he saw a massive metallic structure swaying gently.
Utopia, huh?
He mumbled and looked back casually. And there was a tanuki, or raccoon dog. His eyes met those of the animals. For a moment, they eyed each other in silence.
Hello?
To clear the air, he nodded his head. The animal turned away, ignoring him. Upon closer inspection, he noticed something biting the animal from behind.
What? Do you want me here or should I be here?
What do you reckon?
It's very narrator heavy. I don't want you to lose your voice too early on.
Do you want to do her?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. It was a young girl. She was shaped like a person. Looking closer revealed that there was something strange about her as well. Is that like a puppy biting her ass now?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Namely, a small tanuki attached to the girl's backside. In front of him.
Wait. That's a tanuki as well?
Yeah, I thought that. Didn't it say? I don't know. In front of him, there was a big tanuki being bitten by a girl who was being bitten by a smaller tanuki. The scene was enough to make him lose his sense of reality. He rubbed his eyes, rubbed them some more, and opened his eyes again. Even after blinking several times, the bizarre scene refused to go away.
So Takeshi's like straight up stoner, right?
Sorry?
Takeshi's just like a straight up stoner.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like the last time though, is it possible Takeshi is the narrator as well, do you think? I'm trying to figure it out.
Like the narrator refers to Takeshi as he and him.
Yeah, it's like third person, isn't it? Yeah, so that should be fine.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want me to be the tanuki?
Yeah.
Hey! Would you do something about this kid? Whispered the big tanuki. But the words didn't reach his mind, because it was so busy trying to process the absurd scene.
I'm still going.
Started out with a young girl, eh? Now, Raxon. Right now, we're very sensitive about it.
I must be dreaming, right?
That was what he was really thinking. A dream that would not let him wake up. And whiteness. A cold, white reality stretching forever. He felt the difference in temperature on his skin. The shock of it finally forced him to open his eyes. He wondered how long he had been sitting. It couldn't have been long. He had only been in the park an hour. He'd been sitting on the bench the whole time, eating the same ice cream. What? Where?
On the left-hand side. There's just a bear staring at us.
Oh, yeah, like a polar bear. Where is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see that at first. Can I do the kid?
Yeah, sure.
It's cold. Of course it was. It had melted into a muddy mess. The melted vanilla ice cream trickled onto his hand, spilling on his lap. Ooh, that's cold! The ice cream slowly soaked into the fabric of his pants. Finally, the coldness of it has spread completely, soaking into his skin. He had been sitting there a while. He had been sitting so long, but the person he was waiting for never came. There was no sign that she would. I wonder why she hasn't come. He didn't know. Actually, that's the character, isn't it? Do you want to be the parenthesis character?
Yeah. Why am I here?
He felt like there was teetering. He was teetering on the verge of utter confusion.
Why are any of us here?
Oh well. He shook his head and sighed. It didn't seem his pants would dry anytime soon. Can I be Parkstaff?
Okay.
What's wrong? He sensed a slight movement and a girl sat down next to him.
You chose the wrong voice.
She was sporting... What do you mean? Oh, is this the park? Oh, shit, yeah. She was sporting the theme park uniform. A white outfit with a bluish ribbon. She looked like a guide. Are you lost? A beaming, innocent smile appeared on her shining face. Did you get separated from your friends? Yeah. I've been waiting. Waiting? Well, I was waiting. You were waiting? For me? No! He was flustered as her grinning face peered into his. I was told to wait here, so... I see. But it looks like they're not coming. She gave him a sideways glance. Listen, you've obviously been stood up and are tired of waiting. I know. Her face suddenly lit up and she clapped her hands together. Hey, you're alone, right? Huh? Well, you're bored, right? How about I give you a tour of Lamu?
Stranger danger, kid.
She tugged at his arm. Without waiting for his reply, she made him stand. But I'm waiting for somebody. Waiting for who? Who was it? He couldn't think of the name. Well, I don't know who you're waiting for, but if they haven't showed up yet, don't you think you've waited long enough? She said this happily, almost prancing around. What do you say? How about it? All right. He nodded slightly. The girl's name tag glittered brightly against the white fabric of her uniform. You? That was what he said. I'm you?
Oh, this is going to be...
I'm you?
This is going to lead
Maybe you should be one of these characters. Yep.
Yeah.
She nodded.
I was thinking, welcome to Waifu Wednesday, people. It's the show where Skittle just talks to himself for 2 hours.
It's just like any other stream, I guess. My name's you. My last name is Tanaka. You? My real name is much longer, though. Longer? Long, like, endlessly long. But it's such a pain. Just call me you.
Do you want me to take over as the kid?
Nice to meet you. Yeah, if you want. With that, she enthusiastically stuck out her hand. Go for it.
Nice to meet you?
Without thinking, he shook her hand. And before he realized it, he'd been sucked along into her rhythm. So, shall we go? They released hands reluctantly. He looked again at his hand, which had moments before connecting them. The vanilla ice cream that had spilled onto it had completely melted away.
Oh, and we're back.
Is that the creature or
yeah,
the
that's
girl?
the back of the Tanuki.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, I've just clicked off the game. Oops, sorry.
Oh, how have you done that?
He noticed that the two Tanuki had formed a line and were proceeding forward. In front of them was a massive gate that was sealed shut. The gate swung open soundlessly, and the big Tanuki, little Tanuki, and the girl went inside.
Finally, my turn.
He followed on their heels. This was Lamu's only entrance for visitors. Several park employees waited at the gate and handed over what looked like earphones to the visitors. It seemed that the earphones were being used at some point up ahead. He wondered why. Looking around skeptically but obeying instructions, he stepped into the building. He surveyed the ceiling. There were no windows. From the polished round walls, it was clear that the room was dome-shaped. He looked around. Many of the visitors who had been waiting in line headed into the room. Among them were friends, amorous couples, people with their families. The Tanuki family had, however, split up, it seemed. The big tanuki shoved its way through the crowd of people and continued through the door on the other side of the room. The young girl stayed on the same side of the room as the little tanuki.
I got no clue what the tanuki are all about, but I guess my friends aren't here either.
He didn't see any familiar faces around. He figured maybe they'd already taken the fire elevator downstairs. Just 20 minutes earlier, the visitor room had reached capacity, and the friends he had been waiting with had gone ahead, leaving him behind to go down the next group.
Oh well, I'm sure I'll find everyone down below soon enough.
Finally, the gate of the entrance slipped shut quietly. The big tanuki fiddled with something on the wall, and the room got a shade darker. That's me, isn't it? Hello, everybody! A park employee emerged out of the darkness. He wondered where she'd come from. She was wearing a flashy dress. Maybe this is a different park stuff. The dim light shining on her made her seem like a character from some dream. Oh, this is a new one. Do you want to be her?
Ooh, yeah, I'll be her. What? No reaction, folks? I'll try that again. Hello!
Hello! It was the girl who, just a little while ago, had been attached to the rear of the large tanuki. Oh, that was you then.
Oh, so that's me as well.
So hell is males and skit is females and disembodied voices. Sounds about right.
Ooh, I found a girl with some spunk. What's your name? I'm Coco Yagami. This is my pet dog, Pippi. So that isn't a tanuki, it's a dog. I thought they didn't let pets in here.
He tilted his head doubtfully.
So, Coco, how many times have you been to Lamu? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my first time. Aren't you a funny girl? I get that a lot. You want me to do something even more funny? What? My friend taught me a good joke the other day. Maybe some other time. Why not? Because I have to tell everyone something right now. They sound too similar. They sound too similar. Oh, okay then. But it's really funny. That's too bad, huh, Pippi?
And I'm also dogs as well, apparently.
Ahem. Once again, on behalf of the Lamu Marine Theme Park, I'd like to thank you very much for coming. I'm about to give you a brief explanation about the Lamu Theme Park and tell you a few things to watch out for. Hey, who cares? Hurry up and let us inside already. I would love to take everyone inside, but I'm terribly sorry. Everyone actually will have to stay in this compression chamber for now. It will only take 17 minutes, so please just bear with me for that long. First, let me explain a bit about this room. It is called a compression chamber. Starting from now, the air pressure in here is going to rise to 6 atmospheres. Why do you think it's necessary to raise the air pressure? I'll explain the reason for that in a moment. But before that, let me tell you a few things you should be aware of. As the air pressure rises, you may start to feel a strange sensation in your ears. Like when you're descending a mountain or in an airplane, it feels the increased air pressure is pressing on your eardrums. So, if you think your ears feel a little strange, pinch your nose with your fingers, close your mouth tight, and try to pop your ears. If that doesn't get your ears back to normal, or if you don't feel well, please raise your hand and let me know. In the event that happens, we will immediately stop increasing the air pressure. By the way, are there any people here that don't know how to pop their ears? Is everything clear then? Alright then, we'll initiate the rise in pressure. As I said before, the time required to increase the pressure is 17 minutes. During that time, I will explain to everyone the structure of the moon. As you all know, the moon is floating in the ocean. very quickly, I'm very glad I didn't give her a really exaggerated voice because you're talking a lot.
Yeah.
At a depth of between 51 and 103 feet. Now, if you look at this chart, you'll see the structure is divided into 4 layers. From the top, these are called Incel Null, Earthboden, Zweitstock, and Drittstock.
Some that sounds
bracket,
German.
Tell me if I messed up that.
Yeah, that's got to be German. Oh, look, it's a Midgar map from Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, it does actually look.
I'm not actually seeing it. You know what? I haven't actually played Final Fantasy VII.
Really, because that's the only Final Fantasy that I have played.
Yeah, like I think have they remade it yet? Or are they going to remake it?
They've remade it several times.
I think they have. Yeah, I should probably play one of the remakes. Yeah, it is German. Raxon confirms. Cool.
In terms of a normal building, you might think of it as a structure with a ground floor extending down to a 3-story basement. Incel Null here is a floating island. It is an immense man-made island floating in the ocean. In German, Incel means island and Null means 0.
Cool.
In other words, this is floor 0 or the ground floor. Next is from Earth to Dritt.
Just then.
Hey, you! Hey, I'm talking to you!
As he was listening to the explanation, someone pulled on him from behind. He turned to look around. It was the girl who had just been talking with the park staff. What is her name again?
Hey, don't you want to know about my joke? Oh, that's right. Her name was Coco. And that animal she's holding is Pepe or Pepo or something. You want to know, don't you? Huh? What? The joke I was just talking about. It's an anime joke. An anime joke? You haven't heard about them? They're real popular now, you know? No, I haven't. What are you talking about? An anime joke is an American joke. Get it? Anime joke. Anime joke? I don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, really? Makes you want to hear it, right? Want me to tell you?
Listen to the joke.
The joke was the start of this explanation.
Oh, what the hell? Should we just let her get it over with and let her tell a bloody joke?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, the staff is probably turning up. Okay, yeah, let's listen to the joke.
Let's listen to the joke.
Yeah, I guess I'll listen to it. Okay, here it goes. Once there was this guy who was talking to the ghost of his dead grandfather, so he asked him a question. How long is 1,000,000 years to a ghost? He wanted to know. And the ghost answered, 1,000,000 years is like a second to me. Next, the man asked, how much is $1,000,000 to a ghost? And the ghost answered, $1,000,000 is but 1 small cent to me. When he heard that, the man pretended to smile all nice and then said, well then, Gramps, how about giving me 1 of your cents then? Laughing, the ghost replied, sure, right away. But can I get you to wait just a second? Fake laughter. Well, that's a pretty good joke, huh? By the way, before we entered this pressurization chamber, we handed out earphones to everyone, remember? Yes, that's right, the earphones that everyone is using right now. These are not your average earphones, they are voice alternators. The moo is pumped full of helium gas, so without these on your ears, you'll sound like a duck.
He removed his voice alternators to see what would happen. Ha ha ha, it's true, people really do sound like ducks. So who is this? I'm so confused by who's talking all the time in this. Are you? Because I know I am.
I think in the brackets, I think that is actually Takeshi.
Right. Right. Okay, so that's you, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's just that Takeshi is kind of a stoner. So.
Right.
Maybe they sound more like aliens and ducks.
That's your stoner voice.
No, that's my helium voice.
Ah, okay.
It's you.
I'm Takeshi?
No, the voices of the people around him jump to a strange higher tone.
Oh, I must have accidentally clicked past that one. Blah, 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 blah. I'm on Hey Say Something, so I don't know if I can go back or not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on. If I press the mouse wheel... Yeah, the voice of the people around it jump to a strange high tone.
Say something! Like what? Your voice is hilarious! Huh? My voice!
Coco hadn't been listening to the explanation.
Can you tell me that joke one more time? Oh, fuck you. Why? Come on, just do it! What's up with the question? Oh, look at the million little guys you want to know. And then the ghost answered. Wow. Oh, that's weird. You didn't even laugh all just a second ago.
He put his voice alternators back in his ears and looked back at the staffer again.
Oh, thank you. And that pretty much covers it. In approximately 1 minute, the voice on this side of the door will open. On the other side of that door is an elevator, and at the bottom of it is a brilliant paradise awaits. We hope that you enjoyed yourself to your heart's content here at the Marine Theme Park Lamu. So, shall we go?
Just as he headed for the elevator.
So, are you here by yourself? Who? Me? Nah, I got separated from my friends. So you're lost? Not exactly, but something like that. I'll head down to the elevator and take a look around. How about checking with that girl who was just talking? Oh, I suppose I could do that. Excuse me.
Looking back, he saw that the employee had already disappeared.
Where did she go?
Use the park? What is it? That's me. So you came to Lamu by yourself?
Yep, that's right.
Even so, after bending down to wipe away the white stain on his pants, you stood up. You don't see that very often. A guy coming to a park like this alone? That was true. It was paradise, an amusement park. In that instant, he had almost forgotten even that. So why didn't you go into the park with your friends? Why arrange to meet inside Lamu?
Huh? That's because...
Now that she mentioned it, who had said to wait on that bench? Whose idea was it anyway? Oh, well, whatever. I won't push you. Who was it? But I suppose that, well, I mean, you've kind of been stood up, right?
What? Stood up?
Stood up. It took a moment for the meaning of the word to register. Wow, I hit the nail on the head, didn't I? Huh? Sorry. She shrugged, slightly embarrassed. Well, don't get depressed about it. She changed modes abruptly and let out a hearty laugh. She slapped him solidly on the back. I'll look out for you, all right?
Oh, all right.
He nodded, a bit overwhelmed.
So, I was stood up. I must have been dumped. Huh?
Then again, he wasn't sure exactly what had happened.
But...
Huh? What?
Aren't you working right now, you?
You'd made a scary boss. No matter how many times he checked, she was definitely still wearing a Lamu uniform. I didn't have anything to do anyway. It's perfect timing, yeah! They got in an egg-like elevator together. Made an omelette. The egg slowly began to move. It felt like they were slowly floating up. Going up, she whispered mischievously. The elevator was terribly crowded, and everyone was packed in like sardines. Whoa, it's a little hot, huh?
I'll say.
Her face was so close he almost bumped into it. Their bodies were flush against each other. She was soft and warm. He was surprised. All of a sudden, he felt embarrassed and started to squirm. Hey, kid. Hey, don't go touching places you shouldn't, she whispered into his ear, puffing out her cheeks. Crammed in the elevator, he couldn't even move an inch. That tickles. Don't move so much.
I don't have a lot of choice. I can't breathe.
He couldn't move, but he couldn't bear standing still either. As he gasped for breath, he noticed her light perfume. Finally, the egg arrived at the top floor and his suffering was over.
Phew.
He let out a cry and bolted from the elevator. What? What's with you all of a sudden? Hey! Wait, kid! Kid! He sprinted away, leaving you far behind. It wasn't that he was trying to escape from her. He'd seen something. At the edge of his vision, he thought he'd seen someone. Up ahead, that someone was still visible. He chased after whoever it was like a man possessed.
I've seen that face before. I'm sure I've seen that face before.
That was what his instincts were telling him. But where had he seen them? He tried to sort through his foggy memory. As he sifted, he kept running forward.
Wait!
He felt a desperate need to meet the person, but he had to hurry.
Huff, huff, puff.
Eventually, he ran out of breath. Holding his pounding chest, he looked up.
Ah!
There she was.
There she was.
Mixed amongst the other people was a girl standing. He was sure that the person that he'd been searching for was this girl. If it was in the middle of the holidays, it was in the middle of the holidays, but for some reason she was wearing her school uniform. He wondered why she was alone here.
Oh yeah, I've got to talk to her.
She was by herself. She was all alone, just like him.
What should I say? Where should I start? Let's see.
He needed to calm down and focus.
Huh? Why is it I have to talk to her? Why in the world?
Who was she? Who was she? Is that supposed to be you? I'm doing your lines, Anna. That is me. She's...
Ah!
He was caught up in a wave of people. He got pushed into an elevator. It started to rise towards the surface. 51 feet below sea level, the elevator stopped at basement floor 1. He got off the elevator as if he were being spit out. This floor was called Boden. He glanced around at his surroundings. She wasn't anywhere to be seen. He thought that they had both ridden on the elevator together, but he had apparently lost sight of her in the crowd when he got off.
I lost her.
He hadn't even been able to say a word. He felt really depressed.
Maybe... Did she call out to me?
That idea suddenly popped into his head.
What is this feeling?
His heart was still beating furiously. Should I be this one?
Sure.
Is something the matter? A uniformed staff member different than you was talking to him. Are you looking for someone? She gave him a warm smile and she said this.
Yeah, I am.
Feeling that he seemed a little desperate, he quickly blurted out an answer.
I'm trying to find someone. I was supposed to meet up with them, but we must have missed each other.
Who is it? What is their name?
Their name? Hey, you there, wait!
Suddenly the sound of footsteps came rushing at him.
Huh? You mean me? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Running feet barked sharply beside him, or bricked sharply beside him, and the guy was out of breath.
Actually, I want to ask you something. Huh?
Surprised, he slowly opened his mouth.
Oh!
Is this Takeshi?
No.
Is this what he looks like?
So the guy we were looking at was Takeshi.
Ah, and this is the new kid. Right, okay.
Hey, you don't know, do you?
There was nothing to do but see where the conversation went.
Sorry to ask you like this out of the blue, but you don't know, do you? You haven't seen my friends around here, have you? One of them is about 5'1" and about 140 pounds. Kinda good looking, with dorky sunglasses, and probably not the type girls would go for. Another's wearing a suit, no tie, short hair, and has 3 piercings in his ear, one in his nose. He likes to knit. And then there was the only girl in the group, well, a simple lace flower print one piece with pretty lace. You know, 3 people you might see anywhere. Did you see them? No.
The young kid shook his head.
I see. Well, sorry about stopping you like that.
Waving slightly, he left. The youth continued down the corridor ahead. The girl came over to him and started talking to him enthusiastically. He thought he'd seen her before.
Yeah, you seen her like 2 seconds ago. I wonder if she knows that kid. He is like a straight up stoner. He's gotta be.
But a troubled expression appeared on his face.
Hey, do you want to hear a joke? Huh? What? Who are you? So that's it.
She was probably one of those kind of people that could talk to anyone about anything, anywhere, whether you were interested or not. He thought he would go down below. The elevator arrived soundlessly and swallowed the waiting patrons. He went with them further into the depths of Lemu. He walked around aimlessly. The attractions were all packed with visitors. Everyone had beaming smiles and yelled happily, all evidence of Lemu's popularity. But still wandering around, a packed and lively amusement park all alone was a bit torturous. He couldn't help trudging around with heavy feet and slumped shoulders. He was on the verge of looking depressed, but held his expression in check.
What am I gonna do?
Walking around in this place blindly, he thought he might never run into his friends. The floor was a lot wider than he'd imagined.
Oh, right, my cell phone.
He took his PDA multipurpose communication device out of his pocket and pushed a button. He didn't have any messages, no mail either, but the problem seemed to be it was out of range. At least that was what the display said.
Are you serious? I didn't think you'd get out of range in this day and age.
Then he recalled that said something about this being a giant tunnel in the middle of the ocean where only secret radio waves could reach, and that Lemu used special electronics equipment, which wasn't very compatible with mobile equipment. More than anything, they didn't allow PDAs to work inside, so the facility would be completely separated from the world above as part of that attraction. At least that's what they told him at the entrance, but he hadn't listened to a goddamn motherfucking word of it.
Well, that escalated. Maybe I should get them to broadcast a message over the intercom.
He thought it might be best just to ask a staff member. He decided to look for one, but there wasn't a uniformed person in sight. There weren't too many people walking around the corridors either. He turned a corner and entered a completely different corridor. There, right in front of him, was the giant tanuki. It was one he'd seen at the gate coming in. The tanuki was operating the panel on the wall.
I'll bet that's a Lemu employee.
Thinking it perfect timing, he saddled up to the tanuki and called out.
Excuse me, I'm looking for someone. A friend. Can I get you to make an announcement over the intercom or something? The name is, The
tanuki slowly turned around and looked at him. But it didn't say anything.
Hello? Hello?
The tanuki turned away, avoiding him. He was being ignored.
Rude. I wonder if it didn't hear me.
The tanuki was wearing a big stuffed suit and was a full head taller than him. There was the definite possibility that his words weren't even reaching the ears inside.
Okay, so he is aware that it's not that there's an actual person inside. Kind of. Hello? Can you hear me in there?
He asked the question nicely as he poked the tanuki in the ribs.
Hey, you've got a lot of extra flesh there, buddy.
He continued talking as he pinched, pulled, and released the Tanuki's flank. He thought that for a mascot suit, the Tanuki shot him a pretty realistic glare before it turned to walk away. Upset at that, he grabbed the Tanuki's shoulder.
Hey, what kind of an attitude is that? I'm one of visitors in trouble. Jesus Christ. I wasn't expecting that. That was terrifying. Stop laughing at me, it was!
Oh my god. I'd love to play a hard game with you.
From horror games. From Five Nights at Freddy's. I kept on panic hitting escape when I try to play a Five Nights at Freddy's. So
oh my god, I couldn't play that. Yeah.
Tilde. Why tildes?
He'd been punched right in the gut. The Tanuki had actually slugged him one. Not even his parents had ever really hit him before. It had been a totally cheap shot. The Tanuki had landed a solid uppercut.
Hey, Tanuki, yeah, I mean you.
He went down to his knees and kneeled over. Nearby visitors reacted.
Is everything alright? Oh, that's you.
Oh. Just then a park employee appeared from the door. Are you having stomach pains? Oh. Should we grass it? What do you reckon? Grass him up or be the tough guy?
That Tanuki scares me.
Yeah, I think we should. Plus, we get to play it tough and cool in front of the pretty girl, right?
Yeah.
So we'll say nah, forget it, man.
And also, don't risk pissing me off.
It's all good. It's all good, girl.
It's nothing. I just took a tumble.
Is that so? He couldn't bring himself to say that the Tanuki had floored him with one punch. The big Tanuki turned its back and ran. The Tanuki's silhouette pranced slightly away into the distance. A moment later, it had disappeared up in the hallway ahead. Oh, I wonder what happened to that yum. The staffer looked after the Tanuki as she spoke. You're probably thinking I should be getting back to my post, right? Oh well. She looked at him again and smiled, laughing. If you need anything, don't hesitate to call. The staffer disappeared.
I see. That wasn't a Tanuki, that was a Myun.
He wasn't sure Myun had hauled off and punched him, but he knew that wondering about it wouldn't help. So he decided to forget all about it.
See, like, this is my point. He was being a prick. Even if it generally was a mascot suit, he was being a prick. And it's like, at no point was he going, oh, I was actually kind of being a prick. No, he's just like, oh, why did you punch him? But I gave him no reason to punch me.
I don't know, you were tugging his fur, grabbing his shoulder. You were being a little bit hostile towards him.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He was being a prick.
Yeah, oh, right. I thought you meant the Tanuki was being a prick.
No.
No, I agree.
Takeshi was being a prick.
Yeah, I agree. He needed to be getting somewhere.
I'll take a look around on my own a little.
He muttered this as he composed himself. He knew there should be several attractions at the other end of this corridor. His friends might have been looking for him as they waited in line.
So which way should I go?
His legs were so tired that he could barely move.
This is the world's worst theme park.
And that was exactly how he felt.
Flash. Oh well.
Hit by a slight dizzy spell, he leaned against the wall.
What in the world?
Oh, he sighed.
You okay, buddy?
He was fully and utterly beat. The staffer that had just been talking to him had vanished somewhere. You wasn't around either. He had lost sight of the other girl as well. He was alone again.
What did I come here for?
He thought that maybe he should have waited where he was before, after all. Having lost his destination, he rode the elevator from the aquarium and returned to the basement floor 2. Basement floor 2 is why it's stuck. That's you.
The second floor? I screwed up. The rest area's down one more level.
He felt like he'd come a long way from the elevator room. He didn't know which path to take to go down. Which way?
Could you come over here for a moment?
A voice called him from somewhere. From somewhere? From the shadows of the path, the owner of the voice was beckoning to him. But the hand did not belong to a human.
Yum yum?
Look, hurry up, will you?
It was the whispering voice of a young woman. Her bulky black arm was swaying rhythmically. Disturbed by the difference between the voice and its owner's appearance, see, that's fine then, difference between the voice and the owner's appearance, he moved hypnotized in its direction. The hand and arm clearly belonged to a tanuki. It was a big tanuki.
Do you know where we are?
He was led by the tanuki into a room at the end of the walkway, or rather packed into it.
Danger, danger. Is this the girls' changing room?
He saw a uniform like the one you had been wearing packed away inside an open locker.
Hey, I can even see some women's underwear.
The room smelled like perfume. The air was saturated with a scent so strong it almost made him choke. The smell was about to overwhelm him. He struggled to get his mind under control and maintain his focus.
Hey, do you know where we are?
The tanuki asked the same question again. Come to think of it, why was she a tanuki anyway? He had no clue.
This
is the changing room.
She said this before he could answer.
Still you.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking that's... Sorry.
Changing rooms are a place to keep secrets away from prying eyes.
She said this quietly.
Secret... Jesus!
Are you like sat with your eyes against the laptop screen or something? How can this game scare you?
Because it happened so abruptly. It just went from like 0 to 100 in 2 seconds.
Oh god. Suddenly his vision faded. Everything went completely dark.
Huh?
Will you look after this for me?
Huh? What? What?
Is that you? Look
the
after?
cat?
He didn't understand.
Here, I'll help you put it on right.
Wear it?
Well?
He had no idea what she was talking about.
Whoa.
He didn't understand why, but he couldn't move.
Can't move.
He was so powerless to resist her and let her do whatever she wanted. Oh my god, he's not going to get raped by a female tanuki, is he? In a moment, something completely covered his body.
I need an adult.
This should do it.
I'm gonna be honest, your voice of the tanuki isn't helping anything.
I'll leave the rest to you.
If anything, it's making it creepier.
And the light sound of her footsteps faded into the distance. The last thing he heard was the click of the door shutting. He heard the sound, but he did not see her leave.
What did she do to me?
His face felt heavy. His body felt heavy. He had tunnel vision. And for some
Dude, are
reason...
we in Five Nights at Freddy's?
What?
Are we in Five Nights at Freddy's all of a sudden?
It's not that bad. And for some reason his body was bristling with hair.
Could it be that this is the mascot outfit?
When he shook his head, it made a sound like bristles bristling something. And there was a smell. There was some other scent from inside this costume. A sweet smell that made him dizzy. It pierced deep into his brain. Before he knew what was going on, he had opened the door and was shuffling out into the pathway.
Ah!
Without thinking, he let out a cry. He'd found it.
Is that Tanuki?
He had just heard that it was not a tanuki, but Myun Myun the fox monkey, but that information had already disappeared from his mind.
I forgot it. Doesn't matter though. He's the one that hit me and ran away.
He didn't want revenge, but he did want to ask it why it done what it did. Without making a sound, he slowly approached the Tanuki mascot, Myun Myun. This isn't going to end well for you, kid. And as soon as he got behind it, he quickly grabbed the costume by the head. There.
Who are you? I should be asking you that. Why would you do something like that? Huh? What did I do? Don't play dumb with me. I have no idea what you're talking about. You punched me. No, I didn't. I have no idea what you mean. Liar. What? Did you forget? I'm not lying. This girl gave me this outfit out of nowhere and... What? You just met her? When did you change? I just put it on. I just put it on. What are you talking about? But why do this? This...
At that point, the Tanuki collapsed. He collapsed in full Myun Myun regalia.
What? Hey!
Takeshi shook his shoulders, but there was no response.
Somebody come quick! Something's not right here!
He yelled. Visitors watched from a distance. Whoa, what's the matter? A female employee had heard the fuss and came running.
Huh? Huh? You're that girl from before. This guy suddenly collapsed all of a sudden.
Let me see. The employee took the pulse of the fallen youth. Takeshi wondered if she had any medical knowledge. He's alright, but we can't leave him here like this. Oh, that's you.
I'll help.
Great, thanks.
Flash.
Why had this happened? He had no idea. No idea. Where he was. Where he had gone. Shaking. Shaken. Feeling ill. He could feel hair from the costume rubbing along both of his sides as two people carried him. Rubbing. He wished they'd get the mascot suit off him quickly. The fur felt nasty. It was hot. So hot. So hot he couldn't stand it. The heat made him feel faint. His consciousness felt like it would drift away. Why had this happened? It was strange. So strange. It wasn't him or her. He heard a different voice from somewhere. He had been hauled to the infirmary. I wonder what it could be. Is he anemic?
Maybe it was the mascot suit? Maybe you couldn't get used to wearing it.
It's possible, but it could be heat exhaustion.
Does it look like he'll be okay?
It doesn't appear to be anything serious. A little rest and he should be fine.
I see.
Thanks for your help. I'll take it from here.
Oh, alright then.
Oh, shit. Where's it gone? He opened the sliding door and left the room.
Phew. Saving people can sure be stressful. You literally just carried him, like, you didn't save him. Boy's heat stroke. What was it I came in to do?
A cool breeze was blowing along the walkway.
Flash.
Breeze, but where would it be coming from? He wondered where it come from. He saw something faintly. A ceiling, sheets, a bed. He had been put to sleep on a bed. On a bed in an infirmary. He saw something again. Below the sick room bed. Who was on the bed below? Who is this? That might be you.
Who is this? This isn't me. Of course not. Flash.
He decided to go further down the hall. The third floor underground, they'd called it Dritstock.
The guys. They've got to be lined up waiting for a crowded ride somewhere. Hey, sorry, I'm getting in.
He dashed into the elevator. The doors reopened silently and then closed again.
Huh?
One other person had gotten on. A girl.
More like a young woman, I guess.
One girl had gotten on. She was about high school age. The elevator floated upward, an instant before descending. There was the faint sound of movement and vibration. And then his eyes met with the girl's. He wondered why. The girl stared at him suspiciously.
What?
go.
We both did it at the same time. I was wondering if you're gonna. Can I do this one?
Yeah, sure.
What? Just who are you?
Oh, great.
Why are you here? Why
That's
are you
always
following
fun.
me? What do you reckon? Do we apologise? Say exactly who we are, or keep?
So she just assumed that we're following her? Like, we got on the same elevator. It happens.
Yeah.
I reckon we go for confrontational. We gotta ask who she is.
All right. Okay, but you might get whacked again.
Well, Takeshi's a bit of a prick anyway, so...
Yeah, he is. Right.
Just exactly who are you? Did I do something wrong?
Yes, you did. Just now.
Just now?
He was getting more and more confused. I mean, I don't want you to get on the way, that's all.
Get in the way of what? Boom.
Jolting suddenly, the elevator stopped. He looked at the ceiling. The lights flickered unsteadily.
What was that?
It couldn't be.
Couldn't be? Couldn't be what? Flash.
Couldn't be? He wondered if something had gone terribly wrong. It was strange. Very strange.
Who's this? Oh, it's her. We finally met. I've been looking for you this whole time.
But his voice didn't reach her. He couldn't hear her voice either, no matter how much he tried. No sounds reached him now.
Damn, what's going on?
But he saw a figure faintly. He was able to make sure. He could see himself and the girl talking over there. He saw it on the other side.
I can see myself over there.
He watched. And he watched.
That's strange. No, it's odd. If I'm watching them, then who is the me watching me?
Something fell out of place. Now he knew the truth, and his lips trembled.
Who is that? Who could the me over there be?
He couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. It was like a dream. It was like he was watching the continuation of a dream. But a dream couldn't have felt so powerfully raw. All of the screaming, and the sound of running feet, the shrill wailing of sirens, that wasn't a dream or an illusion.
Couldn't be? Do you know something about this?
I don't know anything! Do you know something?
How could I know anything?
The lights gradually dimmed and finally went out.
Flash.
Why? He had no idea. He didn't know. There was no way he could know. But there on the bed, there, on the bed, there. The bed below, the bed on top, the bed below. Who are you?
You?
Who?
Stop.
Please stop.
Don't come out.
Please don't come out.
Stay inside.
Don't crawl out of there.
Stop, please.
Stop! 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 No. There was nothing to fear. It was all right, because there was no longer anyone. There was no one there.
Flash. Hey, who's there? Is there somebody there? I'm here. I'm still in here. Somebody get me out of here. Answer me, please. Flash. Isn't there anyone there?
Nobody answered. The surroundings were filled with silence.
What? Is anybody there? So I'm alone?
He burst with laughter, the ultimate feeling of liberation. There was no one to restrain him now. And he ran, but nobody stopped him. Getting there was easy. All that was left was to aim for the center. Just take a step. It was simple. He threw his body into the water, and he sank. Deeper and deeper and deeper. Sound died away. The embrace of unbelievably pure silence. Not even a beam of light pierced the darkness. All he could hear was repetitive, heavy breathing. He lost himself, mind short-circuited. His vision narrowed and was overrun blue. Deep blue. Blue! Something was strange. He wondered if it really was blue.
Flash.
Even though he was perfectly still, it seemed as if his heart was racing. Sweat poured off him. His breathing was ragged and labored.
Flash.
Gradually, his consciousness dissolved into darkness. Black. Endless black. There was no mistaking it this time. Everything was stained black. There was no boundaries to this color.
Flash.
His ears hurt. The ringing in them wouldn't stop. He felt pressure expanding in his lungs. He felt queasy, sick to his stomach. The air pressure is dropping. I forgot. Oh no, that's you.
I forgot. I need to plug my ears.
With a pop, the air building inside his ears was released.
Damn. Which way is the exit? Flash both ways. That was a two-way flash.
Pitch black. Nothing moved. He didn't move either. There wasn't any sign of a breeze. He didn't hear anything. Just echoes from something invisible. Time froze to a stop. If he stopped here, he felt like he would forget that he was even alive. It was his intuition. Only a little more. No, it was no good. He had to get out, but he didn't even know which direction to go. He had to get himself out of this darkness. Had to. But what could he do? What could he... He didn't know. He didn't know. Where his mouse was. He lost his mouse. There it is. Just then, he felt a faint, warm light. Light! A blade of light slicing through the flat world of darkness, and he knew the direction was over there. And there, that there, might be a way out. If he could get over there. What do you reckon?
I might, or I've got to find my friends.
I don't know what you reckon.
I don't know. I think they've both been trying to find their friends the entire time, and neither of them have gone far.
It's the only one that makes sense for it, you know.
What? I've got to find my friends is the only way that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that me
Oh,
or
it's
you?
green.
Yeah.
Does that mean we chose right?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I've got to find them. I quietly opened the door. I turned the knob, and the door to the elevator opened slowly.
What? It's changed to first person. What's going on?
Yeah, that's...
System beautiful!
Oh, okay. I heard the mechanical announcement, but didn't understand what it meant. The battery is probably dead. I pushed the button, but my PDA didn't respond. Thanks to the help of the backlight on my display, I found an emergency manual opening mechanism for the door. Hey, are you alive? I spoke to the girl.
Yes!
She looked a little tired. The floor was silent. I heard the sound of water flowing somewhere. It was a muffled sound, but there was no sign of anyone around. What's going on here?
I don't know.
Let's go see if we can find anyone else. We went into the corridor. Most of the doors were locked as if to keep us from intruding. We found a floor directory, so we decided to look around the rooms listed on it. We came out to an open space. It was called the rest area. Oh, the pool is closed up. On the floor, there was scattered a mass of bags, a pair of shoes, wrapping paper from the souvenir shop, and other stuff. As I expected, there was no one there. There was a fixed set of shutters in the circular space at the center of the area. I laughed an empty laugh. I wonder if this area is under construction. That's probably why nobody's here. Yeah, I'll bet that's why. Let's try the next place. We continued down the path we'd been walking. The door down the corridor was shut firmly. Doesn't this door open?
I don't think it will. I don't see a switch.
We chose a corridor which was open and walked slowly down it. We didn't come across anyone. It felt like we were walking a route that someone had set up for us. A door inside of the corridor had been left open. Left in. We went in. There was a stand selling tuna sandwiches. It smelled like they'd been cooking until recently. Hey, mister, I'll take 2 of the sandwiches that are half price on weekdays. If only someone were here. Looks like he ran off and left his stand. Doesn't he have any pride? Huh? There aren't any other customers here. Business isn't exactly booming, is it? You're not the sharpest one, are you, Takeshi? I'm hungry. I wasted too much energy walking around, and my friends take off somewhere without telling me. Don't you think that's rude?
Not really. We just met, and I don't particularly care about you.
Okay, whatever you say. We returned to the corridor we'd come from, turned in an intersection, and looked for other rooms. Everywhere looked the same. I wonder if everyone is hiding somewhere. Maybe they're trying to surprise us.
What? Why do you think so?
Well, it's just kind of a feeling. I had to speak to stay calm. I felt like if I went quiet, I would return to the darkness. Sorry about that. To the darkness of before.
You would return to the deep yawn.
In the room we next went in, ruins were waiting us. The Murian ruins. They were filled with silence. If it weren't for the paper garbage strewn across the floor, it would have been hard to believe that anyone had been around. Where is everyone? Hey! Give me a break here! Where did everyone go? There's a limit to how far you can take a joke. Da. The girl really doesn't speak much, does she?
No, not really. She's not the loquacious type.
Sigh. Why doesn't anyone come out? I sank to the floor. I don't know why, but I was having trouble breathing. Against my will, I started to sweat. What do you think? What happened here? Why haven't we seen anyone?
I don't know. There's only one thing for sure.
She said this without changing the expression on her face.
This is not normal. If this keeps up, we could be in danger. Don't you think so?
Da. She stared at me with calm eyes. I thought I heard a low groan from somewhere. I swallowed nervously. I nodded uncomfortably. The next instant, the girl dashed to the other side of the corridor. I quickly stood up and followed her. I was exhausted, but I used every ounce of my power to push ahead. We jumped into a small entrance on the side of the corridor. We headed up. We started climbing upstairs at top speed. We ignored our pounding hearts. We simply ran. We ran without looking back. We ran. We reached the top floor, and I put my hand on the emergency hatch connected to the floating island. The knob didn't budge. Damn, why would it open? Kabang! The whole structure rocked. The hatch gave us a squeaking sound, and the knob bent unnaturally.
This way!
Terrifying. The girl
This way! Sorry.
We rushed back to the stairs again. We had no time to go down each step. We jumped down toward the direction of where we could see the corridor. The impact with the ground rattled my knees terribly, but I ignored the pain. Pant. Phew! Pant. I was out of breath. Gasped. Ha! Fwa! Hoo! Ha! Hee! Hoo! Ha! Hey, fuck upon. The girl's expression didn't change. Anyways, she hasn't lost her breath much after the running that hard. Hey, don't you want to rest? I want to rest.
Go ahead, do what you want.
Fine then. I sat down on the floor. The girl walked slowly ahead down the corridor. We could see hundreds of colourful fish swimming comfortably outside the windows. The room was quiet too. It was just the two of us, me and her. Then I remembered that I still didn't know who she was. She had told me to do what I want, but until then we'd be trying to escape together. I wondered what she was all about. It was all a mystery to me.
Who?
Her voice called me to look up. She hadn't said it to me. Hey, was someone there? I asked as I stood. The girl stood still. Her eyes were focused in the distance. I followed her gaze. Oh, dude!
Oh, this is my park thingy, wasn't it? Character, wasn't it?
Yeah. A lady had appeared where there had been no sign of anyone before, and she was dressed as a park employee. I hadn't heard any footsteps. What in the... When did she get here?
From here? This area is not safe. Please escape. Please, please, you must escape from here. It's dangerous.
Right,
It's dangerous.
The parts are like holograms.
Well, they're glowing.
Hmm.
They're glowing. They had some shreddies.
She looked slightly panicked. Hey, what happened? What's dangerous? Stay calm. Explain what's going on.
You need to escape. We've had unexpected trouble. Level, delta, teeth, blow.
Is the glass behind her cracked?
Yeah.
She mumbled this again.
Please escape, please. Please, get out of here.
Crash. Look at my big mouth. Flash. Ooh-ah! Glass shattered. A massive amount of seawater and countless fish
Sleeps
came
is bad.
flooding in.
He sleeps. This is getting interesting.
Yeah, this is a fun trip. It was as if they were attacking me.
It's become the HellsFiction show, though. Since it went first person. I miss my narrator. Who's got... Oh, that's my angry one, isn't it? What are you doing? Hurry!
That was just like animation and shit.
I know.
Whoa! Huh. The force of the water and destruction was incredible. She's Naruto running. She's doing the Naruto run. The approaching swell moved everything in its path. It swirled and swallowed debris from the floor. Someone's dropped a purse, a floor guide for the facility, anything and everything it encountered. Wonder how fast that water is moving. Ridiculous thoughts flashed through my head. And I wonder how fast I can run. There's no guarantee the water won't catch me. Whoa! I ran frantically and jumped in the air. There was water flowing underfoot. Whoa! I slipped. I knew this was bad. If I took a spill, I'd be sleeping with the fish.
You are in so much trouble!
I was carried into the air. The gal grabbed my arm and yanked me forward with incredible force. She ran lively, like a tiny gazelle. And her speed, it felt like I just hopped into a car. It almost felt as though she might rip my arm off. Her strength was unbelievable.
Over here! Hurry! I know!
Huh? And even harder to believe was that the park attendant was running ahead of us, leading the way. When did she... It looked like she was just being sucked into the swirling water ahead, but no.
Damn! This is no good! It's not functioning! Go back! There's no time!
We bounded from the slope into another corridor. Crap! Which way do we take to get out of here? We all ran without stopping, looking for an exit. It's a dead end.
Can we go through... Speed up. Can we go through here? Yes! I'm going!
Hey, this isn't a corridor. Ah! Oh!
Oh, animation!
Dude, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
She kicked through some metal mesh and into a big air exhaust duct. There was a sloping pipe-like tube. We shot down the incline, stumbling. It sounded like there was a crazed froth of angry water roaring behind me. No, I was already caught up in it. Everyone just flashed along. We were spun in circles. I had no idea which way was up and which down. And then we were all spit out into the corridor on the lower level. Tui. saved by a hair, the shutter on the duct clanked shut solidly behind us. The flow of water finally stopped. Ah. It was solid ground. It was a floor. I was safe. I wasn't in the water. I was alive. That was good. Good? There was still fish flopping around on the floor, but the water receded a while earlier.
This sector has been confirmed drained free of water. However, 30% of the facility is already believed to be submerged or completely flooded.
Hey, wait just a second. I thought we were going to escape up. If we go down, hey, what are we supposed to do now?
There's no point arguing about this! I'm sorry, but...
The employee looked extremely sorry and was bowing.
It's my responsibility! Ooh. What do you reckon?
That's right, the person in charge is who. That's not your fault, or it's not important right now.
That's not important right now, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of not really important who.
We're in this together. Yeah.
I need to stay alive. No, really, yeah, let's all relax. I'm glad to be safe, but more important than that right now is who are you guys? The chick in black ran like something bionic. When the glass broke, that attendant was right next to it, but she took off at warp speed. What's up with that? Don't tell me that this is part of this theme park atmosphere. Neither of them tried to answer. The fish on this floor was still jumping around.
I'm really sorry.
The park employee was bowing so low that her head approached the floor. For some reason, her clothes were completely dry.
It doesn't do us any good just standing around here. Can you show us the way? Certainly. There's a relatively safe place nearby. I'll take you there.
Relatively safe? That was about the same as saying that everywhere else was dangerous. We turned around and started heading back the corridor we'd been washed down. I looked at the panel. Sorry.
And yawned.
And finally realised we were in White Stock, basement level 2. We went in a nearby attraction. So, are we the only folks here?
I don't know. I'm currently investigating.
Yeah, right. Investigating what? I thought as we walked.
Ah!
What is it?
3 other people are approaching.
What? Yay, you survived!
Yay! For a while I wondered what was going to happen to us, but...
It was one of the female employees I met once before.
I'm glad we survived. Hey, aren't you?
The girl finally noticed us. I didn't think there'd be anybody else here.
Yeah, how are you?
About as good as I look, I suppose.
Seems like you had a rough time of it too.
Heh, lucky guess. Relaxing a bit, I returned her smile. Hey, he's alive! The kid didn't die.
Yay!
There were 2 people behind the girl. One of them was a girl who I thought was named Coco. When our eyes met, Coco grinned. Oh, we meet again! It's been a while. It doesn't have to be right now, but Coco, will you tell me a joke later? Really in the mood for one. Sure, no problem. I'll think of one. She nodded brightly. The other person was a kid I helped to the infirmary. His expression looked darker somehow. If he'd been super upbeat all of a sudden, that would have been weird too, but for some reason it bothered me. Is there something wrong with him? He doesn't look too hot.
Oh, he's a bit...
The attendant hesitated.
By the way, hey sir, do you have any idea what our situation is?
The girl attendant addressed the question to the staff member in the dress.
Well, the communication lines are down, and I've been investigating ways to restore our connection, but it's going to take some time.
The attendant called Sora said this.
In that case, let's go to Central Control Room. We can monitor things in detail from there, right? That sounds good. I wish I was more useful. Don't worry about it, Sora.
With that, the girl addressed me again.
We're going down to Drit's Dock, the 3rd floor underwater. You're coming, right?
Yeah, I'll go. We took an emergency corridor behind one of the attractions. It looked like there was a bunch of these narrow corridors above and below other corridors and rooms. I figured that they were probably used as shortcuts by employees as well.
My name's Yu. Yu Tanaka. My real name's a really lot longer, but you can just call me Yu. What's your name?
I'm Takeshi.
Takeshi Kuranari? Oh, was that you? Was that supposed to be you? Or was I asking?
What? What? I'm so confused, because, like, it did say you.
Yeah.
As in...
I don't know.
Good to know you, Yu. The whole time, the girl in the dark clothes silently watched our exchange. Very quickly.
I think she's going to turn out to be like a really sweet hero in the end, and she's just being like, you know, standoffish for now.
I'm pretty sure she's the person who was in the Tanuki suit, and that's why she kind of really doesn't like him.
Ah, maybe. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Never thought of that.
We went down the stairs together. Me, Coco, you, Sora, the kid, the girl in black, 6 of us total. We arrived at Drit's Dock, the 3rd floor underwater. We used the ladder in the emergency corridor to descend to another corridor and turn around the corner. Control room. It seemed that this was the central control room.
What do you think? Can you learn anything from the computers here? Let's see. It looks like directly accessing this would be the fastest route.
Sora faced the monitor and held up both hands. Instantly, the content of the screen began to change, with a number of windows opening, closing, and searches for data underway. Hey, you can operate these computers without even touching them? I've got the latest cell phone and it's got a touch panel. And it's got a kinetic recharge function. What's that? Huh? Oh, it means that even if the battery dies, if you walk around with it or shake it, it'll recharge itself. Takes a while though. Took my PDA from my pocket and lent it to Coco. Like this? Coco took the PDA and shook it using short movements like he was shaking maracas. Yeah, like that. The lamp that had indicated the battery was dead lit up. Oh, you're right! The harder you shake it, the more it lights up. The lamp flickered. I didn't know if she was having fun or what, but Coco kept up her maraca act for a while. Very quickly. The idea of kinetic energy charging phones is something that's also in the game Dreadout.
Right.
And I'm seriously thinking, is it an actual thing? Because that would be so useful to actually have in phones.
Yeah.
Obviously not as its primary source of powering it up, but if you're oh, it's an emergency and my phone's dead and I desperately need it.
You can buy, you can get kinetic chargers for phones where you wind them for a while and then you've got it what charges the battery, and in an emergency you can charge your phone with it. Yeah, they've been out a while.
So the same sort of concept as kinetic torches as well.
Yeah.
It looked like the PDA wasn't broken. All I had to do was wait, and it probably would work again. It seemed the professional diving waterproof specifications it had boasted were actually true. Sora typed quietly on the keyboard. What? She was typing the keyboard, but it looked like her hands weren't even touching the keyboard. I figured that was my imagination.
I've learned something!
Sora said it in a business-like manner. She seemed done with the computer. Everyone looked at her.
Everyone, please be calm!
As she said that, I noticed she looked a little pale. The room went quiet as the focus shifted to her.
First, the first floor, Erstboden. The whole floor is flooded except for one segment of stairs. Flooded? The whole first floor? Yeah,
All of the partitions have dropped and it isn't possible to get through any of its corridors. In other words...
Oh, is that... Whose girl? That's you, isn't it?
No, that's the dark hat, the dark...
Oh, yeah, the angry one. In other words, there's no way up! Ah.
That is correct. And as for Zweitstock and Drittstock, the watertight doors did not close in time and Sector 3 is completely flooded. All of the sectors on the other floors are currently fine. However, some rooms do have water from the flood we just experienced. Currently, the bilge pumps are functioning, but it will take a lot of time for the water to completely drain. Bilge pumps?
Does that mean we have electricity?
Let's see. Some parts of the electric system, including the elevator, are not functioning. The cause of this is unclear, but it would seem that circuit damage in each section is playing a role. That is another reason that I was not able to survey the situation adequately before.
What does she mean she wasn't able to? Some of her words nagged at my mind. I listened to the rest of what she had to say.
It's about to turn now.
However, the generator is functioning normally and supplying power. So, as long as the generator is operational, as well as the circuitry, the water should be cleared in no time. With time. Incidentally, the internal air pressure of the complex is 1 atmosphere. The air is 22% oxygen, 75% nitrogen, 3% helium, and the temperature is 24 degrees Celsius.
Oh, that's the angry one, isn't it?
So what you're saying is we'll be basically safe for a while, right? I'm sorry. Yes, that's correct. Everyone, we will be forced to wait inside the complex for a while.
For a while? How long is that?
Until help comes. I'm continuously sending out a request for assistance. However, right now there is no guarantee that it will reach anyone. All communication lines to Incel null, including the emergency ones, have been physically severed and are unusable. I have also been attempting to make contact via a seafloor cable network using sonar. Right now, I cannot estimate when the network will be back online.
So we're like little kids lost smack in the middle of the ocean, and no one can hear our SOS?
Exactly.
Wow, really great morale boost there. Those were the cold, hard facts we had to face. There was every reason for everyone to get depressed. I sighed.
Alright, we've got to stay in good spirits.
Sorry. One of the group was determined to dispel the gloomy atmosphere. You spoke so fast it was almost scary.
I'm a first-year student at CUNY Girls College, and I work here part-time. My name is Yuba, and I will be your guide until the rescue team comes. Rap tap 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 ta-da!
Hey, wait.
I like you, by the way. I think my waifu is you. I think I'm gonna pick you as my waifu.
I've always been more into the mysterious ones. I'm wondering what's up with, unnamed girls.
Dark-haired girl. Nice. No, I don't know. I'm liking you. I like her little sunny disposition.
No, she is cute, and she's trying her best.
Yeah.
For the situation.
Exactly. Kinetic power is used in some watches, Sleepy says.
Huh. This is you.
Oh, did you read the Takeshi bit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a freshman at CUNY Girls College. I work here part-time and only over the holidays. Well, I'm kind of new to this whole tour thing, but I'll be leading the tour.
No, after that.
Huh? You mean my name? Yubisika Haruku Nakana Takanaka.
Yubisei Harukana Tanaka.
Yubisei Harukana Dana Hana Takanaka.
No. Yubisei Harukana Tanaka. Yubisei Harukana Tanaka. I'm not even gonna
You're supposed to be the character who can't get your tongue around that, so stop trying to pronounce it and just read your line.
Okay. What? You think you can do it, buddy?
You're supposed to say I can't get my tongue around that. Did you? I didn't hear you say it.
That's why I said you can call me you. The long name is a pain, isn't it?
Hey, I have a question. Another Gloom Destroyer. Oh, right, no, that should be more happy. Another Gloom Destroyer appeared.
What might that be?
Can I call you Nakyu?
Yes, please do. And what is your name?
Koko Yagami. And this is Pee-Pee. Oh, that's okay. That's actually kind of, reassuring. That pet dog appeared from nowhere. Boy, was she full of energy. Leave to elementary school kids.
And how old are you?
I'm in 9th grade. What? What? What's the matter? No, it's nothing. I thought that surprise would never cease.
Okay, nice to meet you, Coco and Pee-Pee.
Thank you.
Ruff. What a cute dog. And so smart, too.
I think so, too. I wonder if maybe there wasn't enough oxygen in the room. I was getting a headache. The girl in the black clothes gave her upbeat companions a cool stare. You noticed the look.
And how about you over there?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Aren't you together?
Stupid, what are you talking about? What's that supposed to mean?
Who's Tsugumi?
The girl.
Oh,
She's
angry.
herself.
Tsugumi!
I realised the girl has spoken.
Tsugumi Kamashi!
Jesus Christ. It was just loud enough to make out what she was saying.
That's my name. Hi, Tsugumi. Nice to meet you.
She turned her back.
All I do in this game is bark and growl and grunt and shout.
And then I'm trying to pronounce names you can't actually pronounce.
Yeah.
I thought Tsugumi might have been embarrassed. That's like... Tsugumi. I think that's a bird's name. I remember tugging me along the aquarium and running like the wind. Thank you for helping me, or what are you mad about? I say thank you for helping me. Like...
Oh, I thought you were actually talking. That's so weird. You read that so well. I thought you were actually talking to the stream. So I was behind there. What do you reckon? Thanks for helping me back there.
Yeah, like, she kind of saved our asses. Hey, Tsugumi, thanks for helping back there. I walked over to her and said this.
What are you talking about? You saved me in the aquarium, right?
Oh, no. That's me.
Oh, sorry, that was you.
You saved me in the aquarium, right?
I didn't mean to save you. You were in the way.
What?
If you had tumbled there, you would have been in the way. I mean, you were an obstacle.
Gumi looked annoyed as she said this. This chick's intense and scary. In my mind, I retracted my earlier thoughts about her being cute. Tsugumi and I glared at each other for a while.
Hey, you two. Let's get along now.
You jumped in between us. I walked away from Tsugumi and she looked away from me.
Sora, it's your turn to introduce yourself.
You, who was totally in control of the situation, turned to Sora, who was working on the computer.
Oh, you mean me?
Sora took her hands from the machine and came towards us, gliding.
Pardon me for being belated introduction. I am Sora Akanagasaki, and I am a system engineer in Lemu's development division. Actually, I am the assistant chief.
I thought that was something else, or assistant chief, huh?
I think assistant chief, huh? Because it just sounds like something I might say.
Yeah. Assistant chief? So you're pretty high up then?
Only in name. I'm really just an assistant. It's no big deal.
But, hey, Sora, weren't you over the gate above ground? You were giving some kind of explanation at the entrance, right? I only heard half of it, but... Oh, you might be right. Are you the girl from before?
That's right. So you noticed. We are short of people here from time to time. I do that kind of work.
Oh, she's the woman I was voicing earlier. Okay, that's fine. Sora smiled. I'm Takeshi Kuranari. I'm 20. I'm a junior at university. Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too. Yep, mucho gusto.
I think Samienta. Everyone laughed cheerfully. Apart from Tsugumi, who is, she's not so much tsundere, it's just kind of a bitch, actually.
And you like her?
I'm starting to not like her very quickly.
You said you were picking her as your waifu.
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah.
Then we actually started having actual communication with her, and it turns out that she's not mysterious, she's just...
You don't like her, you just want extramarital relations with her. Hmm.
Not even that, dude! Anyway, everyone else except Tsugumi, that is. It took a little effort, but the atmosphere finally loosened up. You started gathering us up.
Okay now, everyone. Now that we have just started having so much fun, it's time to say goodbye.
Nakia, wait a second. We haven't asked somebody's name yet. Coco points to the corner of the room. Oh, that's right, the kid! Dude, the kid! Completely forgot about him. Do you mean me? We completely forgotten him.
He is quite forgettable. He is rather forgettable, though.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he kind of died for a moment back there. Trying to stay out of the way and mostly kept to the corner of the room. You looked at the boy, and it looked like her face stiffened a little. So let's ask. What is your name? Kaka tilted her head as she asked him the question. He looked down. I couldn't figure what he was waiting for. Who am I? Oh, gasp.
Huh?
What? Huh? I can't remember. My name. Maybe you got amnesia.
Dum dum dum.
Oh, okay. Retrograde. Amnesia refers to memories lost for a certain period of time. It is more common with new memories than with old memories. That's actually true. During the period of memory loss, if the person has no memories at all, this is called complete amnesia. But in instances in which some memories can be recalled, it is called partial amnesia. But actually, if I remember correctly, in even the most extreme cases of amnesia, people very rarely, people actually never really forget things like their name or stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd imagine that.
Yeah, because it's so ingrained in us that...
Yeah, I would imagine that.
Generally, amnesia results from trauma to the head, epileptic seizures, mental diseases, and disorders that manifest themselves as memory impairments. When a person has trouble recollecting events prior to the impairment, it is called retrograde amnesia. Again, that is actually true. An instance in which memory impairment is significant and continues after consciousness is restored is known as anterograde amnesia. Yeah, so retrograde is it only affects things that happened before. Anterograde amnesia is you will keep on forgetting.
Yeah.
Amnesia caused by inherent mental factors is referred to as organic amnesia, while that induced by psychological stress is typically known as psychogenic amnesia, hysterical amnesia being the most typical example. This is an affliction in which the victim often cannot recall knowledge relating to his or her personal information, such as one's name, history, family, or friends. It is often a reaction to incidents too hard to endure, which incite an unconscious desire to escape, forget, or repress these experiences or events. Symptoms do not manifest in any particular way physically, and a person's brain functioning remains normal. People found wandering in this state are often taken into or seek help from authorities, such as the police. Young people in their 20s under severe psychological stress, such as those facing domestic violence or academic problems, marriage or financial difficulties, are the most typical victims. However, this illness can be used as a cover for criminal activities, and it can be difficult to detect the difference. This is especially seen in individuals with demonstrative personalities or pathological tendencies to lie. Normally, in a few days or months, or with the help of hypnosis or shock therapy, that isn't. Shock therapy is messed up, dude. The memories should return. Complete amnesia can be spurred by retrograde life amnesia. Memories are usually restored gradually, beginning with older ones, and treatment methods include psychiatric care and hypnosis, both narcotic and naturally induced. Well, I didn't realise I was going to be reading out an encyclopedia today.
There you go, you see.
Amnesia?
It's Waifu Wednesday, brought to you by the Discovery Channel.
There you go, that's you.
I'm not Takeshi. Am I? Oh, is that the evil
No,
one?
I said Takeshi's line.
Oh, did you? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's right, he can't remember anything. Did you suffer a concussion? You might have bumped your head severely somewhere.
Yeah, you could have taken a tumble, like when trying to escape. Tsugumi had let loose a nasty snort when I said tumble. I don't know. I don't remember anything. Hey, where is this?
We are in Lemieux, a marine theme park.
Mew? The kid glanced at Coco. He tilted his head. Coco was playing rock, paper, scissors with her dog, Pee-Pee. That was a weird transition.
Yeah.
We moved to a room with a koi skinner.
Do you have any idea why it changed from third person to the first person either? It didn't really make any sense, did it?
No,
It suddenly went green.
I'm wondering if it's because of the choice we made. Like, I mean, up until that choice,
Yeah.
it was third person, but it was also split between, the kid and Takeshi. So I'm wondering if we'd chosen the other option, if we'd chosen the, who am I option, if we'd be the kid right now.
Yeah, maybe. Interesting.
Thankfully, at least the electric drink dispenser was working. Each person poured the drink they wanted in a paper cup.
For now, let's just make a toast and pray to everyone's safety.
Cheers! Okay then, cheers. Cheers! The string of events leading to the sudden toast went something like this. Hey kid, don't you know anything about before? Not even something personal about yourself? What do I know? Oh, I know, I'm kind of thirsty. That was the reason. I mean, to be fair, you don't need a reason to drink. But reason aside, we needed a breather, so the timing was good. Hey, Sora, what about you? Don't you want a drink? Sora was standing stiffly.
No thanks, I'm not thirsty.
Takeshi really needs to catch up here. Well, how about taking a load off? You've been standing the whole time.
I'm fine, but thanks for your concern.
Sure, I thought. Sora seemed older than me. She seemed polite and serious. She seemed the typical Japanese woman. Prim and proper could be one way of describing Sora. I looked around at my surroundings. Yu was next to the kid and chatting with him. Sometimes he would laugh or shake his head weakly. I could overhear bits of their conversation. They were talking about his memory. I mean, the thing is though, like, his memory loss was before before everything actually started happening. Because even when we first met him, he was like, "Oh, I can't actually remember anything."
Yeah.
It's not that out of the ordinary. You'll be fine. I'll fix it so it'll fix itself in no time.
It looked like the two of them were drinking orange juice. Tsugumi was away off from everyone and looking in the distance. I had no idea what she was drinking. I didn't have any idea what she was... what she was thinking either. After agonizing over whether to drink apple juice or Coco finally decided on both. But she immediately forgot about her drink. But she proceeded to forget about her drink immediately, and Coco took hold of Pee-Pee's front legs and started dancing around. It was a cute scene. After things had calmed down, you and everyone gathered in front of the kiosk.
For a while, it looks like we are going to have to spend some time in Lemieux, so there are a few things I would like to go over. First is what has happened. Next is what we should do now. Would you mind if I address the first of those topics? Please do, Sora.
Sora stood in front of everyone and held out her arms. Suddenly, a holographic window materialized in the air. I had no idea how the whole system worked, but I figured that it was the same one they had used at the entrance of the park.
I will explain.
And this is what she said. Oh, great, now one of these.
12:45 p.m. Suddenly a blackout occurred. Cause unknown. Next, the emergency alarms began ringing. The cause of this was also unknown. 12:54 p.m. The Incel Null elevator shifted to its emergency power source and an evacuation order was issued for the entire complex. Employees and visitors evacuated the premises. At this point, some people panicked and in the confusion opened the emergency corridor to the outside without going through decompression. It is highly probable that they are experiencing serious decompression sickness at this moment. The emergency corridor to the outside was left open for several minutes. 1:03 p.m. The opening of the emergency corridor disrupted the air pressure balance inside the complex, and the devices responsible for adjusting the air pressure encountered problems. The complex started automatically pulling in air from the outside. As a result, the mixture of gas in the complex designed to maintain 6 atmospheres of air pressure escaped. Apparently, helium, which is lighter than oxygen or nitrogen, leaked out first. Air pressure in the complex dropped to 1 atmosphere, the same as the level outside. 2:39 p.m. The major power source came back online, Lemith. The computer system responsible for overseeing Lemieux rebooted and reset the air pressure adjustment mechanism. The air ventilation ducts were closed. However, Lemieux was built to saturation diving specifications, meaning that as long as the internal air pressure was the same level or higher than the outside water pressure, it was designed not to collapse. Which meant... At 3:55 p.m., when the internal air pressure dropped to 1 atmosphere, it became impossible for the external partitions to withstand the external water pressure, causing the glass to crack under the pressure, thus resulting in flooding. Subsequently, to minimize the damage from the flooding, the emergency watertight doors had automatically shut, which brought us up to speed. I would like to be able to gauge the current situation more accurately. However, some monitors and sensors are still not functioning normally. As a result, I can't obtain accurate data and can only provide an outline of the situation.
Hey, sorry to ask you the same question again, but the first floor above us is flooded, yeah?
Correct. I have requested confirmation from our complex management system, Lemith, and it has been confirmed.
So we can't get out of here.
Currently, the top priority is requesting assistance, so I am doing my utmost to get the communication systems back online. I must request your patience.
Sorry about her head. I was feeling depressed again. Don't want to admit it, but we were in deep trouble.
Well, all we can do for now is just wait for help, right?
You just keep trying to make everyone feel better, don't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you prefer my dark, despondent, we're doomed approach?
That's not what I'm saying.
Anyway, how about another drink?
You came out with a huge industrial-sized bottle and held it up comically. I just can't get over how cheerful you are, given how totally screwed we are. I complained again without thinking.
I said that's not it at all. I'm like this precisely because of the situation.
You said this with a bit of a sulk. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
There's no need to apologize. Here you go.
Gulp, gulp, gulp. You filled my cup to the brim with juice. Hey! So most of it was just bubbles. This is good.
Isn't it?
Slurp. Thanks for the juice.
Anytime. And it's on the house.
You shouldered the massive bottle and took it back inside the shop. Carrying it, she teetered like a penguin, which was funny because it really didn't suit her. Gee, she's a funny one. I laughed without thinking. Sakura was leaning against the shop wall and staring after you. Her face was expressionless. I wondered what she was thinking. I had no idea. Even if we are going away for help, we can't just sit on our bus doing nothing, right? I carefully tried to strike up a conversation with Sugami.
You act like you're all serious, but there's really nothing going on in that head of yours, is there?
What? That's not true.
That's you.
Oh, I'm thinking. I'm always thinking. Yeah. I was just thinking of a way to keep us from getting bored. I rattled the first thing that jumped to my mind.
Sure, whatever.
Suguri gave me an annoyed look. She seemed exasperated. I didn't want her to expect anything from me, but her attitude was frustrating. Ah! Hey! Alright, everyone listen up! I had an idea. I called to everyone.
Huh?
What?
What's the matter, Takeshi? All of a sudden? What happened?
Everyone gathered around. We're not going to accomplish anything just spending time like this, right? So I just thought, I'm using the complete wrong voice. So I just thought, why don't we all split up and look around the complex?
Why? Don't you think that staying in one place would be safer?
No, I think we should check to see if staying in one place and doing nothing is really the safest thing to do. You know, walk around, see if we can find and scope out any dangers. If we find some, we can tell everyone to watch out for them, or do something to get rid of them. And we can see if there's a safer place, and then maybe we can all go over there.
But Takeshi...
It's not like the rescue squad is about to burst in the door, so if we're going to be here in Lamu for half a day or so, then we should find out what kind of place this is and get to know it like our own house.
In that case, I can provide you with an abundance of information.
No, that's not what I mean. Listen, Sora, you have to look after the communications network, right? You were just talking about how some sensors or monitors weren't working right. You can't get a full sense of the current situation.
Oh, I see.
You clapped our hands together.
So, while Sora is trying to send an SOS, we should use our own two legs to see what kind of situation we're in. How about it, Sora? That would be easier on you, wouldn't it? Yes, I suppose it would, but there are still the dangers.
It seemed that Sora was unsure.
Alright, I'll go then.
Tsugumi suddenly laughed. She was laughing, but her lips curled nastily. Hey, Tsugumi, where are you going?
We're gonna split up and check things out, alright?
Tsugumi's expression was blank again. Turning around, she headed for the entrance of the emergency corridor. You know, I thought at first she was just gonna be, misunderstood, but, I'm actually kind of getting really bad vibes from her. Hey, you can't just... Come back here! Hey, idiot! She was already outside. Her shoes clanked on the metal stairs as she climbed. Tsugumi's gone! What are we gonna do?
I'm worried.
Sorry, I just want to respond to Rax and Raven. I also want to click on this little box because it's getting in the way of my chat now. Hang on. Sorry.
Okay.
Stupid firewalls asking me the same questions it's asked me a million times before. Yeah, Rax says he's missed about an hour of the stream. Somehow Skittle looks like he's done with the world, and Hell sounds like she is too. Yeah, we've had a long week and we're probably a bit tired. But no, this is good. I'm enjoying it.
It's actually it is very enjoyable, and it's a really interesting story.
Yeah.
It's just that we've both been working early at work, and we're both kind of exhausted.
Yeah, that's basically it. But in response to you missing any of the stream, just in case you weren't aware, you can actually catch most of these on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel with the same name, Dubz, and I upload them there. So if you ever want to check out any old streams, you would be more than welcome. So just making you aware.
Yeah. But basically, like, the basic thing of it is the underwater station thing they were in, has just half of it is flooded, and they're now just trapped and waiting for someone to help them.
Yeah,
it's just the basic thing of it.
Yeah, it's almost like a Titanic, like a modern day Titanic, in a way.
a super sci-fi Titanic.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm really enjoying it, actually.
Yeah, no, it's like there's an actual, I don't know, the way the narrative's told, especially in the beginning, and then the abrupt shift in the narrative, actually is really interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I want to know more about it. I do think.
I'm definitely intrigued. Like, I actually care about what's coming up, whereas, every other visual novel.
Yeah, Nekapara, we were kind of like.
Yeah, I don't care where this is going, and I don't think it's going anywhere good. But yeah, this seems cool.
What I would say is, I think we should be looking at wrapping it up at around 12:30, simply because I've got work early to get again tomorrow as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I do actually think next Wednesday we should do this as well. This same one.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep on with this. I think definitely. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, no, it is. This was a good choice. It was much better than my choice.
I spent a fair bit of time looking for it, so I'm glad. I think it's paid off.
Sorry. Well, I'm going to have to put in some effort to find a decent one to play on my end. To play when it's my turn to choose next. Something a little less creepy.
Yeah, you should have plenty of time anyway.
Okay. Okay. So, Sora's brow Sora's brow furrowed and her expression stiffened. I think it's all right. The kid had broken his silence, so I was a little surprised. It's like Takeshi said. It doesn't do us any good to just stay here. He continued without pausing. Tsugumi just went to the second floor. I'll bet she's just going to look around there. So why don't we look around the third floor?
Alright then, I'm in.
Okay, let's do that then. Sounds like a plan. I gave a big nod.
I guess there is nothing I can do to stop you. Please be careful, everyone.
Sora finally nodded slightly. Once everyone's minds were set, things picked up. Sora said she was going back to the control room to get data, so we went our separate ways.
Another thing, sorry, I just want to say one more thing, because you've got the music turned off, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say the soundtrack's actually quite good. I've been enjoying it. So if you watch the YouTube, but you'll hear, or if you play it back with the music,
soundtrack.
Yeah, you'll hear how good the soundtrack is. It's really good.
Oh yeah. You, Coco, and the kid and I went to search around the complex. We decided to check the normal corridors and the emergency corridors above and below them on the third floor. Splitting into pairs where the corridor forked, we agreed to meet back at the fork when we checked the corridor ahead. We did that over and over. We walked down, but that is the only thing I will say though. There's some very janky transitions.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I agree. And when you've got the music playing, it's even worse because sometimes the music doesn't transition very well either, and it kind of jumps about. But I mean, it's a 10-year-old game, so Yeah,
I will say I wasn't sure if it was like the particular download we were using or the game or.
No, I just think it's 10 years ago, and it probably hasn't got a big budget either. Never had a big budget, I would think.
I didn't hear that at all.
I'll say it probably didn't have a big budget either. I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah. Although I will say, there's been actual animation and stuff, which you don't get in visual novels now. So, we walked every corridor that we could walk down. I wondered if water was leaking anywhere. I figured that the water pressure would send water spurting through any crack it could find. Also, I thought there may have been other people that had been left behind. According to Sora, the system had told her that there were 6 people in the complex. Still, there was no guarantee that was right. I thought that if we found someone else, it may change the situation. There could also have been a corridor that the broken sensors weren't picking up. I hoped there might be a door to the surface that we simply were unaware of. I couldn't throw away that shred of hope. While we were out searching, Sora continued to try to get into contact with Lemu's central computer, Lemihi, and gather more information. Sora had said that she wanted to establish a means of communicating with the outside. We arrived in front of the kiosk. Sora had arrived first and was waiting. But Tsugumi was nowhere to be seen.
Tsugumi hasn't come back.
We can't just let her run loose. I wonder where she is.
Shall I check?
Oh, that was we all went to the central control room.
We checked the life reading scan of people inside the complex. Even if Tsugumi were moving around, she should still appear in the results of the scan. That is, of course, if she is in the complex. And if she's still alive.
Was that your thought? I don't know whose thought that is.
No, that's fine. I might just keep that thought from going out of my mouth. I only took a moment for a mass of the mood and data from the sensors to appear. There was one fuzzy light on the second floor.
That would be Tsugumi.
There were a number of lights in a room on the 3rd floor. I figured that was the control room where we were. Oh!
What is it?
Hey, isn't that strange? Look! Kid pointed at a corner of the monitor. It indicated a single-digit number. Life readings, 6. Watch it closely! Life readings 5. Life readings 7. Life reading 6. 5.
Do you think this was made by a German development company then? Or do you think they've just gone with...
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was a German developer or they've just gone with the German theme.
Yeah, I'm wondering that as well. I'm going to have to do some reading.
I mean, it's all Japanese names and the like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I wonder if they've done that.
I've often found that if Japan don't use, if Japan don't use English as a standard foreign language, they tend to actually use Germanic countries instead.
Yeah, German and French, don't they sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raxon says, that German is kind of wrong.
Yeah,
to be honest,
I just saw that as well. Yeah.
So German developer then.
They just want to be German. They just want to be cool. That's what it is. Japanese people want it to be cool.
5, 7, 6. 5, 7, 6.
Oh my, you're right. I wonder what it could be.
Sora fiddled with the console, but the numbers on the monitor continued to fluctuate. The numbers changed every few seconds, but even while the life scan numbers changed, no appeared. Maybe there is somebody besides us in the moon. If the number really is supposed to be 7, that's what it would mean.
Nah, that's you.
That's what it would mean.
Oh. Sorry.
That's right.
Don't you think we should go look for that person? I mean, they could be in trouble. We have to help them. Hang on, kid. Calm down. For a while, all of our eyes were glued to the changing numbers. Watching them change was unsettling. Finally, life readings, 6. The monitor settled on the number 6. The lights on the second floor was moving around slowly. The 5 lights on the 3rd floor were all in one room, unmoving.
Perhaps it was just because of a malfunctioning sensor. The cause is unclear. Would you like to see what else we can find out?
Nah, she did something. Tsugumi did something there. Nah. Tsugumi's on the 2nd floor. There are 5 of us here. So that number 6 is probably right, don't you think? But But they wouldn't show us this moment if it wasn't important. It's Chekhov's gun, yo. I think we go look around a little. We'll find something now. We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah.
Alright then. So, you all want to head to the second floor? I thought it was best if we actually took in the situation with our own eyes. We climbed to the top of the long emergency stairs together. In the end, we didn't find anybody else on the third floor. We didn't see any routes that looked like they might lead out either. Zora had told us there was no schedule for the communications system to go back online.
Lieben's witch tag reaction, I probably just butchered that pronunciation, would actually be translated to vital reaction, Rax says.
Okay. I was wondering for a moment if there was, like, some sort of secret hint there, but no, I think that is just a matter of just a mistranslation on the developer's part.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're using... you must have done, because you're reading the same as me. You must have installed that fan patch, did you? Apparently the translation was... the
outdated script.
Yeah, apparently the original translation that they actually released was so bad you couldn't understand what was going on.
We can look at the information displayed on some of the Lemire terminals, which were set in some attractions and in the corridors. I can't talk today, there, but we couldn't operate them in any way. The cause for this was unclear too. The fact that there were no leaks on that floor was our one saving grace. We arrived at the White Stock, the second floor. Sora gave us 30 minutes of free time. That still didn't mean we could go running around as we pleased. So we decided to randomly hit some of the rooms and search them. Sora held her hands out in front of her and a holographic window appeared.
Unlike the floor below, all of the scanning sensors on this floor seem to be functioning normally. This floor appears safer as well. Oh, Tsugumi is on this floor. She seems to be walking in the vicinity of the elevator.
You can tell that?
Yes, I will work in the security office while monitoring everyone's activities. If a problem arises, I will announce it via the intercom. And if something happens, please contact me immediately. Alright, okay then. Let's split up and meet in the security office in half an hour.
Split up and search for clues. Okay. Okie dokie. Sure, whatever. After closing the holographic window, Sora went into a room a little ways down the corridor. Apparently that was the security office. Everyone headed out in a different direction from the corridor intersection. I took my PDA out of my pocket and pushed the button. It was recharged and the backlight was working without a problem. I reset the time. After that I tested it a number of times, but it didn't seem to be able to make a call or go online. Maybe I ought to give up using this and get in touch with the outside. I pushed the PDA back into my pocket. I have 30 minutes left. I was trying to decide which area of the park to visit first.
I like the sound of the dolphin merry-go-round.
Yeah,
How about you?
Let's have a little bit of fun.
Should we do a dolphin merry-go-round?
Yeah, although I'm pretty sure the dolphin merry-go-round is probably going to be flooded. But... I headed to the room with the attractions. There was a carousel there. Only instead of horses, it was set to a dolphin theme. Looked like its official name was the Dolphin Carousel. With no visitors around, the ride seemed a little spooky and very lonely. Even the dolphins themselves looked sad. Whoa! Suddenly a happy melody started and the ride began to rotate.
What?
Of course, no one was riding it. All of a sudden, it no longer seemed so lonely, but that much more spooky. What is this? Watch out! This place is haunted! Even thinking about it is giving me the creeps. Then, from somewhere, I heard someone snickering. You came skipping over to me.
Hey Takeshi, when did you get here?
Looks like you've been having a lot of fun.
But it is fun, isn't it? Doesn't it make you happy? I always wanted to give this ride a whirl once.
You pointed to the merry-go-round. Don't just turn it off without any warning. You almost gave me a heart attack. You surprised the heck out of me. I shook my fist at her. I might be exaggerating a little, but...
Takeshi, how could you be scared of a silly pod of wooden dolphins?
You looked at me sideways and grinned at me mischievously. Nobody's supposed to be here in the theme park. It was like a horror movie.
Jeez, you're such a chicken.
Well, you're wasting energy by turning it on too. What if there was a backup? I have no idea how long the moon's backup power is good for. Besides, everybody knows that you should save energy.
So, you're not only chicken, you worry a lot too.
What are you talking about? It's common sense.
Oh, Takeshi, so you don't know?
Next, she held her palms out and feigned exaggerated surprise.
This Lemieux doesn't get any of its power from outside. It's all generated inside this complex. Down more than 300 feet underwater on the ocean floor, a thermal seafloor vents, basically hot springs, so Lemieux takes hot water from there and uses it for steam. The power of that steam is used to turn the turbines, and that's how we generate our power. While Lemieux is a theme park, it is also a closed cycle plant and a test case for self-sufficient power generation. And that's all memorized from the new employee manual.
I see.
I love her. I think she's great.
I explained it in that kind of depth.
It's too late. I claimed her already. All right.
I explained it in that kind of depth. I explained it in that kind of depth, and all you can say is I see.
Hold on. That leaves me with the moody cow.
Who I believe is a murderer.
Yeah, I am like 90% sure he's someone.
Yeah.
The hologram, the AI hologram, and the little girl.
Well, you got to be quicker. You're the one who was like, "Oh, I want the moody one. She's mysterious and cute."
I thought she was mysterious and misunderstood.
You're a terrible judge. You're a terrible judge of waifu.
I am a terrible judge of waifu.
I'm gonna have to look out for you, I think.
Rax and Raven, is this a prequel to Bioshock?
Probably.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. Before Andrew Ryan's, before the dystopian that turned into, there was the Dolphin Pod carousel ride.
Yeah, Takeshi.
I mean, what a wonderful explanation. You're a model employee.
Takeshi, that was sure a sexy scream you let out when the dolphin started moving. You were scared, weren't you? I think I'll tell everyone about it.
Do what you want. Then again, maybe you shouldn't. The dolphins have stopped moving of their own accord. You explained that the ride ran for about 3 minutes each time before shutting off automatically. We leaned against the fence surrounding the dolphin carousel. I'm sorry. That was a big one.
Yeah, wasn't it? You set me off.
So you only work here part-time during the holidays?
Yep. I started at the end of April and have been staying here. This is my 4th day.
Wow, that's unlucky. And then out of the blue you get this. Pretty rough.
Takeshi, how many times have you come to Lemieux?
This is the first time.
Ha! Then I've only got a 3-day head start on you.
You laughed happily. She was cheerful. I had to respect her unflagging optimism and energy. You're tough. I mean, this situation is so depressing and doesn't seem to faze you.
No, I'm really not. It's just easier. I said it earlier, didn't I? Would you rather I get depressed?
I think it's better to laugh.
You're right, and that's all we can do.
Then she laughed again. I tried to force a smile.
Phew.
You stretched like a cat. Then she sat down and humped her knees. I followed suit and sat down next to her.
To tell you the truth, I came to work here because I thought my dad might be here.
Your dad?
Actually, my father worked in the research and development division of Lemieux.
Research and development?
Well, he worked on a computer program. It's the hologram that Sora uses, the Lemay terminals and the complex that controls the system. I don't know the details. He worked on all of it from the Lemieux was first being built. Of course, he didn't do it alone. He was one of the members involved in the development project.
Huh, is that so?
But my father disappeared one day.
Well?
He just went missing.
When?
He's been missing as long as I can remember. It was when I was 1 year old, 17 years ago.
17 years ago?
Thank God she's at least 18, which is a damn sight better than Neck Opera.
Yeah. So you don't remember your father?
No, I've only seen pictures and movies of him. I don't really have any memories. Everything I just told you I heard from my mother.
But why? But why? Why did he disappear?
If I knew that, I wouldn't have come here. But the only
question, Takeshi.
But the only one clue to what happened is probably here. The last time my father was seen was in the Moo. So, I thought that if I came here, maybe I would find some clue about my father.
Seems like my mum has already given up, so I can't count. Oh, I think that is.
Is that her still?
Yeah.
Seems like my mum's already given up, so I can't count on her. My mum seems to think my dad is already dead. Dead.
Dead. What dead have you bring to her?
But, you know, I believe that he is still alive somewhere. He has to be. He just went missing. They never found his body. I heard that some of my father's research is being used in new programs on some of the latest attractions. There has to be a clue somewhere in this place about the work my father was doing. Well, the original. The attractions are already underwater.
After that, we lapsed into silence. I didn't know if I should say something to her. I tried to think of what to say, but didn't hit upon anything. Suddenly, you stood up.
I'm kind of in the mood for some music. Something light and fun, you know what I mean. So, I think I'll get the dolphin spinning again. Takeshi, why don't you finish looking around?
With that, she darted away. Hey, you! The dolphin started spinning again. You didn't come back. It looked like she had disappeared to the corridor by the merry-go-round. I guess I'll get out of here. It was as if the dolphin saw me off. I left the room behind. Dolphin carousel. Situation normal. Okay, do you want to stop for now then?
Yeah, I'm concerned.
Decent.
I'm concerned though. Are we saved? Quick, there's a if you right click, there's a quick save.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, it's also been auto saving. If you look at load auto save, if you right click, there's also a load auto save, and it should have all the.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see the last time it auto saved was like literally a minute, like half a minute.
Yeah, I think I'll do a quick save anyway.
Oh, go on then, I will.
Oh,
I get to pick my waifu? Oh, there you go. Oh, hang on, have we met all of these? We haven't met all of these yet, have we?
There's the only girl who is a little we have seen all of these. So from right to left, there's the kid, Takeshi, Coco, and then there's the girl that the kid very briefly saw.
Yeah.
And then it's Sora, Sugumi, and you. Yeah. So we have.
I think I'm sticking with you. I think you is probably winning the place of waifu for this particular game for me. You though, as in HellsFiction, I'm afraid you can't have my waifu, that would be
Okay, well
fight to the death.
I'll hold out. I'll hold out hope that security gets better.
That's fun. Yeah, I've had fun. It's good. So you definitely want to keep playing this one next week, then, yeah?
Yeah, I think we definitely need to continue this next week. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I want to know where it goes. Cool. Well,
there's a mystery. Is there what it is?
There what?
There's a mystery. Is what it is.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So, thank you very much for watching, guys, and
thank you everyone for watching.
We will hopefully see you next week, and I'm pretty sure, because you are such a great audience,
you can't actually see me, though. I'm waiting.
I imagine I will probably see you before then as well. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm thinking of starting a new one, actually. Well, it's a new one, but it's an old one. It's one of my favourite games, because I think I'm done with A Hat in Time. I'll still do some Far Cry 5. Probably still going to do Tokyo Xanadu, but I might replace A Hat in Time with another one, but we shall see. I've got some time off as well, so there should be some more streaming coming up. B-Stat tired. Sleepy's always tired. That's why he's sleepy.
That's the thing. Like, he acts like he's tired, but actually, when comparing the two of us, I sleep a lot more than he does.
So are you more like the Bagpuss? Do you remember Bagpuss? The sleepy cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's more like, what's it? I'm trying to think of a decent cat to represent him.
A cat?
Yeah, I don't think there is a cat to represent him.
And that's not true, Hell, Sleep says.
Maybe, was it Mungo? Not Mungo. Oh,
you're trying to out Sleepy him, man. That's his whole identity. How could you do that to him? You're trying to have a sleep off. You should have a sleep off one day.
Mungo Jerry, that's it.
Mungo Jerry sleep for the longest.
That's what Sleepy's more like.
When Sleepy's not sleeping enough, wouldn't that just contribute to his sleepiness? That's a very fair point. Wow, that's philosophical. I like that.
Nah, dude, like the amount of time that he's woken me up just because he's loud and stomps through the house at stupid times in the morning. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Sleepy. Anyway.
Right, well, I'll probably see you next week, actually, Hells. I'll see you Monday. I think I'm in on Monday. I think I've got 4 days
Not in
off,
tomorrow?
So. No, I'm off now for 4 days. Woo!
Oh, okay.
So
good
probably
stuff.
lots of streaming. So that'll be good.
Well, I will see you later then. Bye-bye.
Alright, bye. Bye, stream. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's my mouse.